The sun's going down. I sometimes get the heebie-jeebies in this place at the end of the day. I've come to think of this place as the valley. And all these trees you can see, they're all being cut down soon. This pine plantation is about to be logged. This section. I thought I should show it to you because this is the place. This is where I was when it came to me. Just out of nowhere. A black and white butterfly. It came to me right here in the valley. That's how I think of it now, the valley. There's a reason why. I was kidnapped when I was 13 and I was left with no memory. So I'd been trying to work out the name of the man who kidnapped me. I thought it was Stephen William Brown. Not actually Brown, but we'll go with Brown. And then I thought it was Martin James Garland. Stephen means crown, garland, wreath, like a wreath of flowers. So that's where I got Garland from. Garland was also the surname of my Year 6 teacher. It felt right. I definitely felt like there was something in Garland. James, that came from someone I met out here in Kowen Forest. It's not James though. And it's not Garland. And it's not Martin. But this is where I was when it came to me. The surname came to me here, even though I didn't know it. And I didn't even get it. There was definitely something about Dr. Sleep, the novel, but more so the movie. Stephen King wrote the novel. And the movie has got Jacob Tremblay and Rebecca Ferguson. It has a scene that is almost unwatchable, where the baseball boy, Bradley Trevor, is being tortured by Rose the Hat. Rose O'Hara, the leader of the True Knot, is torturing this poor kid, screaming. And I was thinking, maybe it's Tremblay. I kind of knew it wasn't Tremblay, but there was something was lighting up somewhere in my brain when I had that thought. And now I know why. Tremblay is a French surname. I thought maybe it's Ferguson, and then just as quickly, no, it's not Ferguson. Maybe it's O'Hara. Too obvious. So that was right here. I was having those thoughts. And then later that day, I Googled the name Martin, and I was reading about Martin as a surname. I had been thinking Martin's the first name, but I was reading about the surname. And then underneath it had some other surnames. And one of them was Duvall. D-U-V-A-L-L. I was familiar with Duvall with one L because Jacksonville, Florida, is in Duval County. And I made Jacksonville the home of my twins, Daniel and Samuel Delaney. The twins who came from Red Rain by R.L. Stein. It was Halloween 2015. I was listening to the song by Peter Gabriel, Red Rain. We had no internet, so I drove to the library and I was sitting there for maybe an hour when I saw the book sitting on the bookshelf next to me. Red and black spine. Still had Red Rain playing in my head. And here was a book, Red Rain by R.L. Stein. So I signed up to the library, I borrowed the book, I read it. And that's where I got the twins, Daniel and Samuel. But they didn't have a surname. Not in that story. No surname. They were adopted, so I guess maybe that became their surname. But it didn't say anything about them having a surname. So I needed a surname, and it was in 2017. I was driving through Kosciuszko and I came to Delaney's Creek, near Delaney's hut. And as soon as I saw Delaney, because I had just said, I need to come up with a name for the twins. And as soon as I saw Delaney, I was like, that's it. That's their name, Delaney. Daniel and Samuel Delaney. And I knew that was it. It just fitted like a glove. So they live in Florida, Jacksonville, Duval County. When I saw the name Duval, that's what I thought of. And that's why I thought maybe that's it. A couple of days after that, I looked up something from Dr. Sleep or The Shining, and I saw the name Duvall again, this time with two L's, the same way it was written underneath Martin. Duvall of the valley. That's what it means. And this is where I was, wondering if it might be Tremblay, wondering if it might be Ferguson, wondering if it might be O'Hara. Duvall means of the valley. Today is Monday, 3rd of February, 2025. Jacob Wetterling, it's his birthday on the 17th. And today was the day that I got the middle name and the first name of the man who kidnapped me when I was 13. So I've known it's Duvall since the day I saw Duvall and remembered, oh yeah, that's the actress in The Shining, Wendy Torrance, played by Shelley Duvall. I couldn't believe I didn't connect that, but I didn't. Then again, Shelley Duvall, not a name I'm that familiar with, so not that surprising, I suppose. But as soon as I saw that, that is definitely it. It's Duvall. I know it's Duvall. 100% this time. So I had a surname. I had the aquarium man's surname. That was a few weeks ago. Since then, I've been wondering about the first name. Is it Martin? Is it really Martin? Is the middle name James? I get the heebie-jeebies here sometimes. Here in the valley. It's a lot darker than the surrounding forest. In winter, it gets dark quickly. I was out here one evening and it got really dark, really fast. And I really got the heebie-jeebies. I just saw an orange butterfly. I've seen a few. And they connect to what I'm about to tell you. Going back to 2012, when I was running the hurricane guessing competition for the kids, in the week leading up to 17th of February, Jacob Wetzeling's birthday, I kept seeing heaps of these orange butterflies when I was out bushwalking. And I started thinking of Jacob. I was like, there's going to be a big storm. There's going to be a tornado. It was such a strong thought. I actually told everybody, I think there's going to be a tornado on the 17th of February. I must have sounded fully crazy. But I really felt it. And sure enough, there was a huge storm on Friday the 17th of February, 2012. No tornado, but a huge storm. And everyone around me was freaking out because I had told everyone there's going to be a tornado. But when the time came and the thunder was booming and it got really dark and there was hail hitting the roof, I was totally distracted by something else. And I had forgotten all about my tornado prediction. I was distracted by this kid who was playing a game of fly. He was the only one left. Fly is where you run and jump. You jump as far as you can over the barriers. And then you keep lengthening the gaps. Well, all the other kids had been knocked out. And this one boy, Lawrence, well, there just didn't seem to be any distance he couldn't jump. But it was getting to the point where we were starting to think, man, is this kid going to hurt himself? Like, danger? And yeah, he was clearing like a couple of meters with each jump. And so I was distracted watching him run up, preparing to do another jump, series of jumps. And this on a hard, shiny floor. So, you know, if he slipped, there was a chance it was going to end badly. So we were like, do we stop this now or let him do one more? That's why I was distracted. And the light was going dark really fast because of the storm. And suddenly it seemed this boy, Laurent, had shadows under his eyes. And I felt like I was looking at Jake the zombie boy. See, the boy who came to me in a dream back in 1998, he was not Jacob Wetzeling. He was Jake the zombie boy, and he was evil. And then some point later on, Jacob Wetzeling came in and kind of, you know, gave me some light. Jake's been my torch. The name Laurent means shining. And it's only today that I've connected it. Laurent is the name of the man who kidnapped me when I was 13. Laurent Duval of the Valley. And this is where I was when I was thinking about Dr. Sleep, The Shining. Could it be a name of an actor or a character? Well, Shelley Duvall played Wendy Torrance in The Shining. So yes. Laurent Duval. Jacques, that's the middle name. James with a twist. Jacob is James. Jacques is the French version of James or Jacob. Has the same meaning. Holder of the heel. Heel grabber. The number 2 twin that wants to be number 1. Jacob. Supplanter. So Jacob's the youngest twin. Nathan's the eldest twin. Not to be confused with Jacob Wetterling and Nathan Breeze. Jacob and Nathan Cairn. Let's just call them by the surname Cairn. It's not their real surname, but it'll do. It has the same value. And Cairn means a pile of stones. Joshua Cairn, played by Jacob Kowen in the movie Joshua. Kowen State Forest. It's a pine plantation. Laurent Jacques Duval of the Valley. This is the valley. This is the place that's helped me. This is where I was when I saw the scarlet robins. I was walking up here when the train tooted that cold winter's evening. And my whole body it was like the toot went right through my body. If you've been watching me walking, you would have seen my whole body twist when I heard that train toot. There's a railway line. Maybe a mile from here. They still run an old steam train. Steam. The Cheyenne vampires, they feed off the steam of children. Kind of like the billionaires that are running the USA today. Feeding off the steam of Palestinian children. Children who are tortured and murdered. One day, you're going to have a psychic connection with a serial killer. I was about 15 when I had that thought. I was sitting on a school bus, and that thought just floated into my mind out of nowhere. Although maybe it was inspired by Stephen Richardson, played by Vince Martin, in the TV soapy E Street that I was watching back then. But it felt much deeper than that, and I knew it was true. Somehow I knew it was true. And everything seems to have a twist. In Red Rain, the evil twin is Daniel. And the good twin, the nice twin, the likable twin is Samuel. Yet Samuel is the one who does the killing, the murdering, but Daniel's the one who puts him up to it. Daniel plans it. Daniel coerces Samuel to do what he wants him to do. Samuel's the one with the gift, the shine, if you will. Jacob and Nathan, the boys who helped me, the boys who led me out of the dark place, eventually, I guess they shone a bright light into that dark place so I could see what was there. The twins were not just a symbol. They're real. And they have the same names. Jacob and Nathan. Cairn. The identical twin sons of the man who kidnapped me when I was 13. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you their surname, but Cairn has the same value, so that'll do. Jacob and Nathan Cairn, the identical twin sons of Laurent Jacques Devaux of the Valley. All these pine trees are going. You're about to